Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy, do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
Got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughed him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
Is the next search on February 28, 2020? 7:44 p.m. How, period, does the FBI find people? The people is misspelled P-E-O-O-P-O-N. Did the defendant find out how the FBI finds people in this case? Oh, she found out.
All right, there we go. We're all back. We're back. Welcome back to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict. Thank you very much for being here this afternoon. Hope everybody had a wonderful lunchtime. Let's see. First of all, one thing at a time here. We have to say welcome, congratulations to Kim R. Kim R is a habitual offender when it comes to winning the internet. Kim, once again, you came in first on the internet today. Congratulations to you. You did an absolutely marvelous job beating everyone else here. Thank you, Kim. Good luck with the internet. I know you're going to be, it's in capable hands. You've done this many times before. Mimi NC says, there's a hospital in North Carolina getting an IJ report, and I thought, I know what that is. How many of us would have known what an IJ report was prior to the Maya trial? All right. Let's see. We have... Oh, she found out. Yes, that was funny. I remember that I typed at that same time that he said when it happened. Will we see Boyd this afternoon? She's not live right now, but she might be back. She might be on lunch. Can we do a roll call? It's quiet. It's quiet. Let's do a quick roll call. So, starting right now, only one time. Just raise your hand. I'm starting. Paula Mack, you've already got your hand up. So, just a hand in chat, and we'll try to do a roll call here really quickly. Welcome to Paula Mack, Judy M, Sweet and Salty, not that Adam Nusky. Welcome. Good Groovy Jill. Good to have you here. Maya Allen. It's been a while since I've done this. I was struggling. Kim R, our internet owner, is here for sure. BGOG is here. Kim, we got you again. Ohio Palm Mom. Welcome. Donna Harrison. Jackie Ferreira says Judge Boyd starts a trial at 1:15 today. Hey, we might pick that up. T. Marie, welcome. Gossip Rumor and Innuendo. Kathy is in the house. By the way, I went back and watched your video, Kathy. I love it. Thank you for pointing out Shannon's YouTube. Tisha S. is here. Lynn Hoke, Karen Dietrich, Picky, Reverend Beasy. Hope everything goes well with you. Let's see. How was your run, by the way? Martha Ivy is here. Ryan Apple Snapple, the Creative Bee. Hello, Debbie. Ohio Lisa. Grace Sanchez, Mother of Beagles. Katya Pickerel. Welcome, Katya. Not that Adam Nusky raises his mitt. Minnie Duck is here. Christy Ann. Cheryl C. Willows in the Winds. Hello. Marley is here. Melissa Webb. Sierra Harity. Kate Cat. Mathis Grease. Jenjo. Susan Egan. Jen Pookie. Texas Nana. I need to make my screen smaller so I can scroll better. Jamie C. Lego My Briefs. Minnesota Nice. You can't see me. There it is. I was going to say you can't catch me, but you can't see me. Thank you for the seat up front, Kim R. Good job. Groovy Jill, Tracy Fagan, Missy Pants. Hello, Dallas K. Mimi NC. Thank you. Mandy Belsick. Mandy, I think I messed up your last name. I apologize. Tony Green, Alley Cat is here. Mallory Brooks. Hi to you as well. Dean Sparks. Hello. In through the outdoor. I love some of these names. These are funny. In through the outdoors here. Kite, Becky R, Lime Green Peanut. Nice name there too. Jamie L, Kelly, Britt Bottoms, Braxton Heaps. Hello, my friend. Just a Girl Baking. Hey Jude, Minnie Duck, Abby J, who says raising my hand. Donna Harrison. Hello. Sharon McDonald, one of our great mods. If you haven't been welcomed by Sharon McDonald, have you ever really joined the channel? That's what I'm saying. She is, I think, welcomed every single one of us here, including myself. Missy Blue, Shaky Ground, John Davenport. Hello, my friend. 15 Drogs. Katie, Nancy Demo, Sweet Tat, Florida Sun Life is here. Trisha Oaks, Crystal DeSaro. You can't see me. I see you. Toxic Bacon. Yo! Here in the house. Tina, Oh Snap Sharon. Hyacinth. Sen Advocate. Or is it, let's see, SEN Advocate. I was just looking at the profile picture. It looks good. Lime Grape Peanut. I think we got you already. Laurie Conklin. Gina Farley. Misty Harris. Megals is here. Lisa Lama. Bobby Graham, KBF, Jackie Ferreira, Christy H, Zimmy from the bus stop, Neely, Diver Dude, Southwest Florida, SRQ, Sid, Rodina RG, Diver Dude. I assume you're talking about scuba. What do you dive for? Do you dive to look at the fishes, or do you dive for treasure in the Florida area? You've got both options. Mathis, I see you there. Jenny R13, Celine C, Pamela Camel says, "Where is Kiki Cam?" I'm working. I just got a lot of gear for our courtroom setups. We're getting there. So I've got a lot of pieces that I'm trying to test and work together. Right now, the Kiki Cam is not set up. Greenlight 777, Debbie Rose. I will say that I did feed Kiki a little special treat today that Kiki likes. It comes from a can and it's soft and chewy and tastes like meat. Michaela Haney, welcome. Laura. Let's see, who else do we have here? Oh, it just skipped and updated, and I missed a bunch. There we go. Okay. Tony Green, Vero S., John Davenport, Nani Mack, Lindsay Aranki, Devin Daughtry, Nora, the Four Arms is here. Toby's mom's in the house. Arizona Sun Devil 04, Michelle's Mixed Media Madness, Brittany Knight, Rebus's Kittens, In Through the Outdoor, Corn Dog. See, I'm just going to go for the hands up here. Bev, we got you there. Kate Boyle, hands up. Daffy 9, hello. Lee Hamilton, Chris Carroll. Maraiki. I'm struggling on this one. It's probably much easier than I'm giving it credit for. Maraiki M. I don't know. Marik M. I give up. I surrender. Help me. Polly 2178 is here. BG, Rianne K, Jen Pookie, Mia Allen, Christy. Let's see, Landy, Jade. I'm Little Deer, Meanie Banana, BG, Andrea Chambers, Brown Eyes is here. Tina, Angelique, Fluffy. Carrie H. We need someone with more experience. Carrie H. Bev is here. Shark. Mike Laba. Kristen Morona Cameron is here. Tamara Karan. Becca G. Britt Bottom says, I got skipped. No. We're still coming to you. That's all. Zena Aris. GMA Brewer. Jen Pookie says, oops, I hit it twice. Sorry. Oh, now we have to undo. No, just kidding. You're good. D Nice is here.
Sent me a video of roaches fighting. I don't know who won.
Brenda Meyer, Wendy, Miss Violet, Takpei, Trish Faust. I'm a little rusty on this. I am. I'm struggling. I really am. This is hard. Please don't stop the music. I got close. I don't know. Did we do a third of you? Did you get a third of you welcomes? Avery Myers, hello. Ginger Meyer as well. Ginger Meir. Carmen Faula. Christy. Mimi27. Rejected Juror. KB says, you skipped me. No, I got you. KBF, I got you. CB is here. Trish Faust. I think that's it. Everyone's hands go up and they stay there. That's a good song. Diver Dude, hello. D-Nice, Vero. I think we're doubling up here. So I think I've succeeded. Michelle's Mixed Media Madness. I got you. It takes a while to get to the names. So I'm here as well. All right. If Judge Boyd has a trial starting in the afternoon here. There's a buffer sound. Kim R gifted a membership while you were at lunch. Kim. Look at that. Kim gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Kim. I appreciate that. I don't know why it escaped my radar. I appreciate you not just taking care of the internet, but gifting memberships at the same time. All right. Suzanne says, you're amazing. All the buttons you're working in charge of. I have a lot of buttons. I'm not pushing many of them right now. Mostly it's just the left button on my mouse. But Amber is here as well. Hello, Amber. Rosie from Tucson. RA, what's your email? It's right there. Well, when you do it, on your screen, it should look better than it does on mine, because on my screen, it puts it in orange, but really this should all just run together. mdrecoveryaddict@gmail.com. Judge Boyd is on lunch until 1:15 Central, so she's got 15 minutes before she starts. Mal's your pal. Hello, hello. Big Tiff Dog. Oops, I didn't wave. You're good. Kate Boyle. Am I here? Am I here? Michaela Haney, I skipped you. I apologize, Michaela. Welcome. I remember doing roll call. It was a long time ago. Cindy, hello, hello. I apologize. I know I missed some people. I can't get everybody because when I started taking roll, we now have twice as many people as then. Camper for Life, I see you. Texas Lady. Heather N. Jamie's Crafty Corner. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. We're excited. We have another. It seems funny to be announcing this, but we have a slow day ahead. We want a slow day. We need a slow day. So that's what we have on the schedule. We have a slow day. Rhea Walker, good morning. Sensationally Social with Beth. Hello. Karen Reese, Jen in Georgia. So many people. Welcome, welcome. It's good to be among friends. GMA stands for Grandma. I usually watch on TV. Love this place from California. I always back up to catch what I missed. GMA Brewer. I don't Brewer. Sorry. I don't back it up. I just know I missed it, and I'll never find it again. Let's see. All right. We are Robert McNamara. Hello, hello. All right. I apologize if I missed anyone. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. We're going to we're gonna find something fun to do is what we want to do. That's hopefully true crime related. How was everyone's lunch? Did you get your parcel from the post office? No, and Lisa Lama, I have to go get it before 4:30, so I have to end by like 4, so I have time to drive to the post office. So we're. What time is it now? It's 2, so we're only here for maximum of 2 hours. Then tonight, we do have the podcast. Polly, you're right. Weather Watch and I will be on for the podcast tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still working on a few things that I'd like to include, which he'll probably veto because he has better ideas. But that's it. Let's see. Amber says, you'd be proud of me, an entire jar of spicy maple bourbon pickles. I am proud of you, Amber. But just know that entire jar, that is one serving. That's they come in a single serving size jar. I think it's like 24 ounces. Delicious. I had a few dills for lunch myself. I didn't have any spicy maple bourbon pickles, mostly because Mrs. R.A. has been going shopping lately, and she's been forgetting to buy them. So we need to talk to her a little bit. All right, the podcast tonight will be a lot of fun. I'm excited. Kathy Ann says, new here, wants to say hello to everyone. Kathy Ann, welcome. Appreciate you popping in and waving hello. This is a fun little group to watch true crime with. We do this every day, and it's a lot of fun. Podcast name, please. It is. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you just one hint about what the podcast name is. Are you ready? It's right here.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Yes, we call it the Not Relevant Podcast because we talk about all the things that aren't really court related. It's a break from the heavy, stressful things we talk about day in and day out. The murders, the all the pew-pews and the meanness and mean things people do to each other. We talk about that all week long, and then during the podcast is when we have fun and we just get to kick back and enjoy. All right. Veto is accurate, says Thomas. You played with my sheet this morning and I had to redo it. Let me pull it up on my screen. How badly? Yes, you did. Here's the problem, Thomas. You do this cool thing where you make things different colors and center them on the page, and I don't know how to do that. I just start typing. I don't know why it goes the color or the size of the font or the underlined. It's just too much. Kim, I don't think Lee's going to call in. He's given us some updates. I know he texted in from the courtroom earlier today. He's in the courtroom with in the Adam Montgomery trial. But that's coming. All right. Okay. Deep breath. Okay. Where were we going? I was just checking out Judge Boyd's courtroom, and obviously she's not she's not live right now. And I got a little sidetracked, honestly. I was looking at another channel. For some reason, the YouTube algorithm suggested that I wanted to watch a video of airplanes landing at the LAX airport. And I didn't know that was a thing, that there's channels out there that just film airplanes landing at the airport. I guess it's called plane spotting. It's like train spotting, but it's plane spotting. And they have some great gear, some great camera, good angle, and they use their flight radar and air traffic control radios and put all three together, and you just get all the information about the planes, where they're taking off, where they're landed from. And that's why I was late. Honestly, I was watching that. I'm like, oh, there's a 787 coming. I can't quit watching that before the 787 lands. Yes, LA flights. That's who I was watching. It was a lot of fun. All right, are you going to be on Dr. Corcoran's live tonight? I'm not a guest on there, but I might be able to visit. It depends it depends on the timing with the podcast, because I need to prep for that as well. Court Nerds, welcome to the gallery. Love the logo. That is just awesome. Court Nerds, good to have you here. I also love the train watching channel. I shared my little story about train watching back when I was first discovering Periscope, the social media app that let you just live stream to the world in vertical format. And I live streamed a train, and it just went nuts, and like thousands of people were joining. It was crazy. PSA, says Amber, do not eat the red chili peppers in the jar of spicy maple bourbon pickles. Do not. I did not know they were not for human consumption. Yes, they're a little bit hot. Unless you really like pain, they're spicy. That's what gives the pickles the kick. All right, let's see if we have courtroom access. We also had, let me check one other thing. We had Judge Wolf in Tennessee. Let's see, why do I not have anything? Let's see, nope, I don't have anything open. Okay. Let's see if Judge Wolf in Tennessee is live. He was earlier this morning. Looks like he is not. He had something going on. We might pop in and see what he had this morning. Ulala Pat says, if you liked it, check Madeira Airport during a storm. Best entertainment ever. Where's the Madeira Airport? Is that the one where they come in, they're always like skidding and landing sideways and all that? That is, I tell you, I love the channel just from the tech side, because I watch the planes landing, and I'm like, okay, so they've got a gyro stabilized gimbal, and they're using a manual focus here, and yeah, I just like watching that. And clearly, anytime you can tie in audio and some other feeds and other information, I'm a big fan of channels that do that. I watch LA Flight all the time. Love that channel. Let me just show you guys just briefly. Let's see. I don't know where it went. Man. It's gone. But now somebody's talking, and I don't know who it is. Oh, that's the judge. That's Judge here. Hang on. This is Judge Wolf in Tennessee. Let's pull him up just for a minute. Well, oh, that's not him. I need to drag this over here. Every computer I have is doing multiple tasks to try to get everything done. So sometimes it's confusing. Okay, there we go. This is Judge Wolf, Judge David Wolf in Tennessee. This is from this morning, so it's a couple hours ago, but I'd love to see what's going on here. Katie Moore says, you have a very familiar spirit and make most feel very comfortable. There are times when my son's death hit me hard, and listening to you helps. Katie Moore, I'm sorry you lost your son. I'm sorry. I'm glad that we can help lessen that pain at times. Thank you for sharing, and we are here for you. Thank you very much, and thanks for your generous super chat as well. I want to watch RA watch LA Flights. I don't know how I could do this without getting a copyright strike, but seriously, it's something about the jet engines. I love the noise. Lots of noise in court, by the way. There's a little island called Saba down by the Virgin Islands, small prop planes only, and you fly off the side of a cliff over water, and it's a ride for sure. I've been there, done that. There's another YouTube channel it's a pilot that is like a bush pilot down in like South America or something, and he flies like medical supplies to these little villages. The guy, and he's got a pretty nice plane. I mean, it's a big outfit. But he lands and he's like, "Well, I hope they mowed the landing strip this month," and he's like flies in over the mountains and comes in and lands, and it's a big huge hill up to the top, and you turn around and take off on the hill, crazy stuff. But it's a fun show as well. What I guess we can do that while we're waiting for Judge Wolf to begin the court this morning. What is your go-to non-court related, so not this channel, non-court related YouTube watch, like your guilty pleasure? Is it the cake decorating? Is it my wife's just started watching those people that are making the bullet journals and make them all fancy. Let's see. Can you do a breakdown of the Amelia Earhart deep dive with the latest updates theory? You're talking about them finding her plane, possibly. I haven't seen the theory on what that would mean about the flight and everything else, because there were other theories a long time before then, but this would change those, I think. It was barely English, but you get the gist. Let's see. That was... there's a kid in there. There are kids in court here. Let me skip ahead. Is he doing like family court? I might have to skip this one. We'll jump ahead a little bit until the judge comes in. There we go.
May I have a docket?
Give the judge his docket, please.
You gave it to me when, yesterday? I'm ready. Hold on just a second.
I have an extra copy.
May I have a docket?
Huh? No, I got one from in there. Yeah, I didn't steal it. I
She's
promise.
just complaining because I asked for another copy, and she said she had given me one.
I thought I laid it over there. It was kind of on the edge of this desk, so I might have.
County mayor may be restricting their paper use.
All right, call the first case.
Mayor Charles Edward McCormick.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is a petition for adoption, and we're ready to move forward this morning.
All right, all those who are going to testify, raise your right hand. Let's place you under oath.
You solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I'm going to skip ahead through the adoption stuff. I love it, but don't want to focus on the kids.
Petitioner, nor does the guardian ad litem have any
Okay, so it looks like he's doing family court. We're gonna skip him for that. Cool stuff, but I don't want to show the kids on the channel. I'm not sure if they would want that or not. Do we already go over the orders? Which orders, Neely? You talking about the one from the Colorado judge? We did read that already. I meant in his live chats. Michael Haney, Michaela Haney. What? Which live chats? Let's see. I forgot what you said the first time around. Hang on. Oh, are you going to be on his? Oh, on his live chat. Okay. Yes. I think I'm going to try to. I'm going to try. Maddie M., I'm sorry. I am so sorry. In so much pain to have so much to do. It's been a rough start to 2024. Oh, man. I hope it ends better than it started then, Maddie. Hopefully we can cheer your day a little bit. Hope the pain goes away as well. All right. Okay. Are we allowed to just hang out at the airport and watch planes land? Tisha, yes and no. Yes and no. When I first went to England, I was actually just outside of of, well, let's see, where was I? I was in Thetford, and they have two U.S. Air Force bases in England, just outside of Thetford, and one is Lakenheath and the other is Mildenhall. And Lakenheath was like the fighter jet one, and Mildenhall was like the carrier jets. But they're like right next to each other, just two Air Force bases. Literally, you can see the one from the other. And Mildenhall Air Force Base put on an air show while I was there. And I got to watch the Italian Alpha jets. I got to see a B-2 bomber fly by. I got to see just a Harrier jump jet. Just neat planes. All right. I heard Judge Boyd has a trial. It has not started yet. She's got a few minutes, I think. We'll do one more search and see if we can find her. Judge Stephanie Boyd. Judge Stephanie Boyd. There we go. Let's see. She should be live here in just a moment. Not live yet, but soon. Kiki's doing well. I got a comb to comb Kiki's fur. Just because he sheds a lot right now. I'm not sure if that's normal. But the comb, it just turns into like a fluff ball when you pet him. And he loves it, though. He absolutely loves to be combed. Of course, he's like constantly like rolling around, like trying to, comb more areas. I live near Mildenhall. That's awesome. Donna Harrison, while I was over there, we used to go, there's an area in the Thetford Forest where you used to be able to rent mountain bikes and ride on the trails there in the forest where they've got all those bomb holes and things. Oh my goodness, is that fun. What a rush to zip down a trail with, ferns and trees all around you and then suddenly pop out in the clearing and drop down to a 30-foot crater that was from a bomb that was dropped in the forest, and then shoot up the other side and smash the bike on the landing. It was crazy. That was a lot of fun. As the owner of 4 cats, long and short hair. Yes, very normal. Thank you, Fela. What kind of fur does Kiki have, long versus short? It's shorter. My cat likes to be vacuumed. There's an idea. That would save me the in-between gather up the fur from the comb and throw it away part. Is there a special vacuum attachment just for cats? Zimmy from the bus stop, I think I have to leave my new job. It's too much pressure. My body's on strike and I cannot sleep over all the worries from this job. Hope I can find a new start in March. Oh, Zimmy, I'm sorry. It isn't fun when work is not fun. When it just tears you down. Hopefully you can find something that works well for you. All right, I have 3 Maine Coon cats. Those are big cats, aren't they? They call that a catacomb. Boom. I have that little rim shot sound effect as well. For Dyson, yes, I have it for my cats. Okay, apparently I need to get a vacuum and a cat attachment. But let's see, we're gonna be joining Judge Boyd here in just a moment when she goes live. I think it's gonna be fairly soon. We'll hang tight here just for a minute. If you guys see her pop up live, then let me know. I don't think a cat would enjoy being vacuumed. My cat is unique. I've heard cats. You've seen the little meme that says the cats. You can divide a cat into all these different areas, and these are the ones that are safe to pet. My cat is like everything but the tail. Like the tail, as you pet its tail, it like turns around and it's like, why aren't you petting the rest of me? It's not that it doesn't like its tail pet. It's like, no, you've come back. And so I'll go to pet it, and it will push up against my hand and turn around and spin around and lay on my lap, and then it rolls over. It's just paws up like this. It's like belly now. It just wants a belly rub. So, but anyone else pets the cat on the belly and it grabs him with the claws. But not me. It likes me. Get the Furminator cat comb or a dupe because the original is expensive. It will change you and Kitty's life. Maybe if it stops the shedding enough, maybe it could come inside once in a while. I sent you one of the memes. Yes, I think I got it from you, Adam. Not that Adam Nusky. All right. right. Let's see. Their tails are connected with their spine. Could be a sensitive area. My cat came back on the porch the other day, and my daughter was scared to death. It says, the cat's bleeding. And I went and looked at its foot, and there was a little drop of blood on its foot. And I looked closer, and like, well, it's there. That is blood, but it's not the cat's blood. It got something. And it could be the feathers that are out in the yard. So anyway. That's trust if a cat lets you rub the tummy. I'm a crazy cat lady. All right, Furminator, another vote for Furminator. Okay, guys, we weren't here to talk about pets, although I love doing it. Thank you very much for your advice. Let's see if we can find some footage from Judge Boyd. Love some of her trials. They're good things. Dogs have masters, cats have staff. Shannon's like, what am I swear I was saying true crime on the search bar, and here we are talking about cat combs. Let's see, Sharon, did I miss something? Let's see. Ryan Apple Snapple, I see that. Do you see the fire Nick covered last night? Oh my goodness, Ryan Apple Snapple, I did. Up in, I think that was in PA as well, right? And it was fire, shooting. That was the most convoluted thing I've ever seen. Let's see. 8-month anniversary. Holly Mack, 8 months. Holly Mack says a whole 8 months. Thanks to RA, Mrs. RA, and the Littles for sharing you with us. I truly love your channel and members. Here's to many more. Thank you very much, Holly. I appreciate that. It's been a wonderful 8 months. And I apologize for missing your message here. All right. The live stream that just will never seem to start for some reason. I'm not sure where Judge Boyd is. Okay. Big Tiff Dog. I don't have a Discord server myself, but we do have friends that are very good friends of the channel that have a Discord server, and it's right here. The Discord server is called As the Gavel Drops. And they're a true crime Discord server that they found me like week 1 of this whole thing, and they have just some amazing moderators over there. They have some amazing admins that not just find all the data, because they find everything. As soon as a document's available, they find it and they have it for just about any case you can think of, but they sort it in ways that's in depth. You're able to dive into whatever case you're interested in, even ones that aren't being aired on TV. Great areas to chat, lots of other stuff. Okay. Is it not? Hey Siri, what time is it in Bexar County, Texas? It doesn't help if I tell my TV's not going to tell me. Hang on. What time is it in Bexar County, Texas?
It's 13:20 in Bexar County, Texas.
Okay, so she's 5 minutes late. She was supposed to start at 1:15. Holly Mack says, to celebrate my 8-month anniversary. Thank you, Holly. Thank you. We have some amazing supporters all up there in Canada, and appreciate all of you. Holly, I think you're in Canada because it says CA in front of it. I seem to remember you're in Canada. Judge is running late. Wow. We've got a phone call coming in. Let's see who this is.
Call from
Ryan Apple Snapple.
Hey, Ryan. How are you doing?
Good. I figured I would ask you because we have a little bit of downtime for a little bit. Did you see the fire that Nick was covering last night?
We were just barely looking at that. Yes, it was crazy. It had like two officers shot a child. I was trying not to look because I'm like, I can't take any more stress after this week of the trial.
Right.
So I'm like, I want to see, the part of me that just lives and breathes the news wanted to watch, but I'm like, I'll just look at the highlights. So I didn't follow the details of what happened, but yeah.
I watched and there wasn't honestly much. Man.
it's bizarre. It's one of those crazy stories.
I don't even know how the fire, to be honest, if anyone in the chat or if anyone knows how the fire started, is my question. Is that house was massive.
I don't know. I saw the thumbnails that show that it was burning, but that's pretty much it. So I'd love to hear. I mean, anytime you've got a standoff and a fire starts, I think it's suspicious, right? What is it?
Right.
Somebody lets the gas leak and then a flare, a flame, flashbang light it. It could happen that way.
Well, and it reminded me of a trial. It wasn't even a trial. They never found the man, but there's a case out here from the early 2000s where a man annihilated his family and then burned the house down, and they never found him to this day.
Makes you wonder if he was there or not.
Well, no, they think he went. They found his vehicle up north, but and their dogs, but they never found him. And I can send you information on that case. But yeah, it was in Scottsdale, and they heard the explosion of the house. Like from I live about 15 minutes, and I heard it from my home.
Weather Watch says there's 6 feet of water in the basement, and they saw hot spots from a drone, so they still have not gone in to investigate and perform a search on that fire.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, that was crazy.
Well, I don't even know if they contained Weather Watch. Did they contain the fire like fully?
I think it's out
That
now.
would take a lot.
I think it's out now. But we've got Judge Boyd. She's back,
put him
so
in charge of
I'll
taking
let you go.
notes
Thank you,
anymore.
Ryan. Good talking to you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
We'll see you.
You too.
Donna, these are the notes. Like, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, we are.
Not the justice one.
All right. Hello.
Oh, okay.
Your new puppy, right? He's a year now.
Oh, it's up to you. I mean,
But that's
I don't
what's excluding
know.
you. Is it for you?
Judge?
Yes.
Are you in trial?
You in it here, or would you like to
Yeah.
do it at the back?
It's okay.
Where is
He wants
the?
to show him some body cam. I have my laptop and I have the videos.
All right. If you want, Deputy Laura could have him see it in the box with you.
Okay.
All right. Deputy Laura, could you make sure his client comes out to view a video?
What-
Oh, okay.
Judge, can he do it over at the table? or-
Sure.
Okay, yeah. This one.
All right. And who has? You're here for Prado? Pettis?
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds like we have a couple jury trials.
Do you have that file?
Rebus's Kittens
Yes.
gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much.
All right.
Michaela Haney.
You welcome, Your
You
Honor.
were one of the
I was not about
recipients.
to. Y'all look like you were ready. Wouldn't have a nice lunch.
Oh, yes. Well,
Nice one. What do you think?
mine consisted of, it was sort of unhealthy.
Those are the best though.
Yeah.
You should see my daughter.
All right. Who's here on Alfredo Pettis?
That's me, Your Honor.
And where's Alfredo Pettis?
He's just hearing out.
He just stepped out.
He was here.
People are disappearing. Norma, people are putting on the invisibility cloak.
Crystal Ray. Thank you very much.
Only a
for
few
55
people get that
memberships
reference.
as well.
I want to say Harry Potter.
Okay, Norma, you can't say that with a question mark. You have to say it with an exclamation point.
I've never seen that.
All right. So everyone, Norma is being released from her duties. I mean,
To
not
read
seeing
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter is like not seeing Princess Bride.
Well, I'm gonna
As
be
you
with
wish.
Norma. I've never watched Harry Potter.
All right. So we're going to have a Harry Potter marathon.
Oh,
I watch it with my kids.
My child used to so in the past, you know?
Star Wars, you gotta know like all the back. Yeah.
Star Wars, I don't know what's
I've read the book.
I've read the books, but have you seen the movies as well?
I've seen both. I mean, it's one of the few ones.
There's more than, when you say both, I'm thinking two. There's more than 2 Lord of the Rings movie.
Are you talking about the original?
Yes, you haven't
The
seen,
cartoon one?
Oh, I've seen the cartoon one as well. Yeah.
That's called.
Oh, yeah.
That's called the Hobbit. That's called the Hobbit.
It's a Hobbit in the five armies or something.
That is
Yes.
so much. That's like one of the first things.
The cartoon is good. But have you seen the live action as well?
Live act.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. I mean, I read all the books before I saw the movie.
Well, the books is more than the trilogy, but that's all they show.
The books, it's one of the few movies out there that follow the book the most accurately.
Well,
Compared to other plays. Give me another movie.
Dune, the first one, and the movie with Sting.
Don't challenge the judge's memory.
Because it's laying the foundation. I remember when they had Dune, the movie, when it first came out and it was playing at the theater. One, they were giving people intermissions, which they don't do for movies anymore.
It's like 5-minute intermission.
Yes.
I like that.
But
because it was a 2-hour movie.
Yes. But they gave you a booklet, and in the booklet, they gave you a name of all the houses, just in case you have not read the.
Oh, that's cool.
The book. Yeah. But this new Dune.
I saw the new one, but there's a new one. There's a Dune 2.
Well, the part 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
So who is Alfredo Perez? Where is he?
He is in the courtroom, Your Honor.
All right, come forward. Oh, come forward. Court is calling 2019 CR 5359W, State of Texas versus Alfredo Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Defense?
Daniel De La Garza.
Are you Alfredo Perez?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Alfredo Perez who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 5359W for the offense of possession of marijuana, 4 ounces to 5 pounds on May 15, 2019 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Wonder if it was on the 4-ounce side or the 5-pound side.
On or about the 8th day of December 2020 in Barrett County, Texas, the Lieutenant Alfredo Perez, the then and there failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, we'll waive the remaining violated conditions.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor.
And what is the proposed agreement?
And that is to deny the motion and have him serve a 15-day jail sanction, extend probation for 2 years, form a tap eval and follow those recommendations, Your Honor.
This defendant's 5 o'clock shadow is serious.
All right, is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor. Yes.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, please.
All right, the court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions to include a TAP evaluation in custody, extend 2 years, and there's a referral to felony drug court.
Parenting classes.
And there's to be the UA hotline until further notice. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
You need drug counseling. Is drug? I don't know the company. The idea is to get you off of this successfully.
Right. I mean, I do. I like help. I mean, not that I don't feel like I really need it, but I mean.
Oh, you do.
Drug counseling.
That's the wrong thing to say.
All right, so what we'll do is we're going to do your referral for felony drug court, but they're going to take you into custody and they're going to do a TAP evaluation while in custody, and they're going to do a felony drug court referral while in custody. You need to be honest with felony drug court. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because
those are the cuffs.
It appears here that you have not been doing your testing. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
All right, so that's what the court is going to order. We're off the record from here on out. You're going to have to start asking yourself a question. And you know what that question is going to be? Whether or not using marijuana or using drugs is worth you going to the state jail facility for potentially 2 years. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just for clarification, is he getting the 15-day jail sanction, or is he sitting in there until we're done with the tap?
He's going to sit there until TAP evaluation is complete. And my understanding is TAP evaluation is taking about maybe a week and a half.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be more than 15 days. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe Mr.
Yes.
Thanks.
Sure.
Don't always get to see people cuffed right there.
All right. And once we have your client out, you can have him listen to the videos.
I got it ready already.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Britta Aller, thanks for gifting 1 membership. Sen Advocate, member for 3 months, says the judge is a Harry Potter fan. Love it. Also, Laura K, member for 10 months, says I just love Judge Boyd. She's amazing. She's one of our favorites. We did send her flowers last year.
All right. And so then that just leaves
And it was fun to see them arrive. live.
Megan is with her client. She's here. So then that just leaves Megan Enriquez and Stohansky. Oh, and is Deidre Hernandez on this as well?
She's appointed. Stohansky is hired.
On both cases?
No, he's only hired on one, and Deidre is on the other one.
All right. So you need to call her.
Call her.
Yes. And she needs to be here.
Spicy Vet Med Geek says that's bananas to me.
And
It's
so
pot is
those are
legal
the
in
only
Canada.
people we're waiting on. And then we'll see where we are on the jury trial.
anticipate in the next 5 years or so that happening down here. I think on a federal level, I think that'll change. Purple Haze, I don't remember exactly the wording, but it was something about we enjoyed watching her court and thanked her for the way she administers court and educates and everything else. It was something to that nature. I didn't keep a copy of the card. I probably should have. Just trust me, I wrote something really nice.
Hey.
I'm gonna get audience there.
All right. Well, have a good one. And I'm going to make sure that they get this so they can transcribe it as well. All right. Thank you.
So in the bottom right-hand
Have a
corner
good
of
one.
the video right now, I think they're watching the police body cam footage right before they go to court to decide if they want to change their plea or something. I don't know. Texans just come over here to New Mexico for marijuana. That's like people in Utah going to Wyoming for their fireworks or to Nevada to gamble. It's just drive across the border. It's like a new country, different rules. And she did appreciate it. She said they were beautiful.
Oh, man.
Howdy.
Hey,
What are you up to?
think I'm a citizen. Let me sit down. You know?
Take it easy. Oh, take it over, my friend.
But I'll leave the back here to. Oh. You know how many people live in Lakey?
No, how many people are in Lakey?
319.
Oh. Went down by.
Yeah.
Must have been a car accident. What were you doing out there?
Sentencing.
Oh, what, now 318?
Yeah. Did you ever see that Shiner commercial where the mayor picks up the phone, has a number, because Billy Bob died. Oh no, we're down to 73. Oh, but she had twins, 73.
Thomas, you're going to police academy, civilians police academy. That is awesome. That is awesome. I hope you get tased. That sounds bad, right? Hope you get the opportunity to experience all that they have to offer. I'm a huge fan of citizen police academies, even and I would say especially for individuals who maybe question authority and have problems accepting the way police perform different things. I would say sign up for a civilian police academy. Go to the class and learn and ask questions. And if nothing else, you'll have a lot more information to make your argument against what you think is not right, or you might have a lot more information to reevaluate your position on it. I loved going through it myself, especially the day we went down to the SWAT team gun range, the hot house, and got to fire automatic weapons, grenade launchers. It was nuts. It was a fun day. He says, I've been tased before. You don't have to confess to anything you've done wrong, Thomas. Maybe we'll talk about it on the podcast. It's not Thursday nights, is it? I'm asking, just curious. I'm curious what days your police academy is. Did get some disappointing news, and thanks, by the way, to Blackbird Speaks. We have, unfortunately, the judge in that case that we watched with the two cousins that were drunk. They're not going to live stream that case. They will not allow cameras in the courtroom. So there's no way we can follow that one. We could send Blackbird to court and have just a report after the fact, but that's not really the same. So unfortunately, our experience watching that, it's the pretrial, what was it? Not the pretrial, I can't think of the word, but the hearing to make sure there's enough evidence to take him to court. That part, that's all we're going to get on that one, unfortunately. It is devastating news. But I appreciate Blackbird Speaks for going to work and find that information for us. Talking to the court. It's frustrating because the state law in Kansas is much more open to cameras, but they still give the judge the authority to make the decision. And a lot of judges just don't want to deal with it. And so they make the decision and say, I just don't allow it. And there's nobody to stop them because, they have the authority, but they're supposed to make that decision only when there's mitigating circumstances. It squeaks. You said it right the first time. I know I saved it on my phone as Speaks, but it's Blackbird Squeaks officially.
Purposes for planning for tomorrow. Would we start at 9:30 or
we'll start at 9:30.
9:30, because I just wanted to have the officers here a little bit before.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Is there supposed to be a trial today, or is she just kicking back, taking it easy?
No.
I was kicked back, taking it
They're
easy.
supposed to be coming back. No, I said we'll see if they're going to enter into an agreement.
That's what I said.
Then
Open it up.
we'll
Yes.
if they're going to enter an agreement, we'll take it. If they're not, but right now that guy's supposed to be seeing if he's going to have a attorney. But no, is it already? Have you already put it in the system?
Alicia, there are some times that YouTube will cause problems.
Tell him
Sometimes
to see if
also
he can get his client to come in sooner.
your bank might put a hold on it and not allow it to be processed because they might think it's a fraudulent charge. So you might want to call your bank or your credit card
tell him he needs to speak
say,
to Hawkowitz.
Is there a reason why this isn't going through? Let's see. It looks like there's going to be a trial tomorrow. I'm trying to see if Judge Boyd has anything today. She's got the client there watching the body cam video right now on the computer.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be. That's the reason file. Oh, yeah, they take it out. Something I did. You guys on
Hi. Hi. Oh, that's going to be the client.
Looking to see if we've got some other courts while we wait for Judge Boyd's to sort of pick up in the action.
Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. And his client is in custody, correct? All right. And are you handling the fraudulent use or possessing? Are you handling his fraud case as well? He's on probation for 2 cases.
Okay. Well, this is sentencing on one, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I think they're taking it in consideration. Let me see.
We watched a trial with Judge Boyd. I believe it was a murder trial even. It's just a short one. Maybe it was 2 days. That's one that had a very reluctant witness.
Whenever you have time, I just need to do this.
Sure. Actually, Mr. Stohansky, he pled to both.
Kevin says we're heading on a cruise at the end of the month. All of us, Kevin, right? You booked it for all of us. Can't wait. We are so excited. Enjoy. Hope you love it.
Is that what you're planning on? Okay.
Just Norman, can you call somebody from Family Violence?
Judge Boyd said the roaches thing probably a month or 2 ago. And she was talking to somebody who was possibly facing incarceration. But she was talking about the fact that someone had sent her a video of roaches fighting from the jail. Must have been from like a deputy or a corrections officer.
Okay, are you all ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you going to be the attorney on both of these?
Judge, I'm sorry. I just got in. I don't have my file with me. I just want
No, because they have Deidre Hernandez as appointed.
You hired on that one?
But I'll take it. I mean,
Well, you'd have to do a notice of retain on that one for us to go forward on it.
if you'll take my handwritten, I'll do it now. If you want me to email it, we can reset this. But whatever the court's pleasure. I don't know why.
All right. If you all want to hand file it, that's fine.
So he's just announcing that he's now the
if you'll fill it out, they have a
lawyer?
something that you can fill out in the back and we'll do it.
You want to go back to that?
Sure, yes.
ma'am.
Thank you.
He doesn't have the file. It's moving forward today, and he's like, I'll take it. That's more money for me, right?
I hate to be picky, Judge, but give me the case numbers.
Oh, sure. The one that you are not listed on? All right, thank you.
It's like the after lunch nap time in court. Like everyone's there getting paid, but nobody's really working. I think he was chewing gum. Which is not good. Sierra, she has talked to the camera before. She actually got in trouble at one point because of her YouTube feed because of some of the comments that were made, and she was interacting with chat, and I think it ended up in an appeal or something. So I think she's got her chat turned off now, but she used to interact with chat a lot more, and she has done interviews with other channels as well. I think she's a public speaker. She'll go and talk to people. We say Southern for breeze instead of raid. We say, can somebody get me the Southern Febreze? Reverend Beasy says, Kira rhymes with Soris. Sierra Harity is pronounced Kira. And it rhymes with Soris. Reverend Beasy, are you messing with my head? How does Kira rhyme with Soris? I'm just looking at the words here. Okay. Kira rhymes with Soris. Sorry. Swarry. Is it swarry? Words are hard. Words are hard. Are they negotiating the deal right there in the courtroom?
There were six. That was the problem. That'd be fun.
Hello.
Judge, after reviewing the videos, the client is inclined to take a plea with your permission.
All right.
The state's recommendation is going to be 4 years.
Okay. All right. If you all do the plea paperwork, we'll take that up.
Okay, Judge. So would you like us to open plea or
No, if you all, because it appears that he's just seen the videos and understanding the gravity of the situation, I'll allow you all to enter in a plea because of that.
We'll get it done. We'll
All
get
right.
the paperwork.
And so we'll keep the jurors outside just in case.
I did sign it and turned it in.
Okay.
All right. So this one is silent, but let me just tell you all what's going on from my read of things.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, you guys know I love more information than less information.
Yes, ma'am.
So in this case, the TAP evaluation, they're recommending that he be considered for DDRF.
Yes, ma'am.
And you know, DDRF signifies to the court that there's some major mental health issues because otherwise it wouldn't be DDRF.
Right.
They're telling me that the evaluation for that will be February 19th.
Yes, ma'am.
So I don't know if you all will be okay with us continuing this so I can get the information for that, because otherwise I'll make my ruling without it, and that's probably not a good idea.
Probably the best thing I've heard today.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I could have you hear best things today.
Hello? Hello? Sorry. Had a prank call.
I hope you don't have to go back there.
We do.
We almost got a prank call.
Let me get you out of here.
No, not today. But
Okay.
no, I
Thanks.
gotta go. I gotta go.
All right, Bashan,
26.
on Webb, they're saying that they have an appointment for him on February 19th at 12 p.m. And it's Tacoma because they're recommending further evaluation for placement in DDRF. So if they're saying their appointment is on February 19th, when should we call it back? And are they going to have it on the February 19th? Because that's a holiday and it's a national holiday. See this eyebrow is raising up like the rock. So do we know?
Judge, I read that in the PSI as well. So it's on Zoom, he says.
Does that still mean there's not a holiday if we put it on Zoom?
I know.
I don't know.
It's a holiday. I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
I won't be.
All right. So we'll put it for the 26th.
Okay, that's a Monday.
Yes. Mr. Webb, come forward. What we're going to do is they tell me that they want you to have that evaluation.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to bring you back on February 26th. Do not miss that examination, because if it's your fault, I'm going to go forward without it.
No, I understand.
All right. Do you have any questions? Thank you so much for your patience in dressing appropriately for court.
You're welcome.
All right. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
One that. And that. When I signed up for your other case, you had another lawyer on that, which I think is part of the deal already.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Can I see the file on your rebate, please?
So I'm conferring with Zach Dunn on his violation of sex offender registry case. However, he has an unindicted less than a gram case that he's been in custody for over 90 days. So I'm asking the court to issue the PR bond on this, and he still has the $25,000 bond on the VSOR.
Okay, so on that one, that will have to go to Judge Nahara, because even though it's a request for a PR bond, I would still have to do the interview to see what conditions. And I understand why you're requesting a PR bond, but if you speak with Ms. Ferguson, maybe they can take that up today if you and the state can come to an agreement.
Sure. Okay.
You guys.
And then on this one, the violation.
I've got to pause this. Hang on one second. We've got to go over
I think
to.
it's just going to need to be reset. They've made an offer that he doesn't want to take. He wants to try to bond out.
Okay.
Get in compliance and have us take a look at it.
I'm at Mr. Uribe. If you'll come down, please.
I'm gonna shuffle things around just a little bit. Hang on. We're gonna back up. Pause. Put Judge Boyd on this computer.
All right, Mr. Uribe, on your case, we're going to reset it. And we're going to reset it for a plea deadline date.
Sure.
Ms. Ferguson, can you recall this in 1 month, please?
Yes, March.
There.
Yeah.
All right. Is that good for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
March
that works.
5th. All right. So we're going to be back on March 5th for discovery with regards to your bond on the possession less than a gram. Your attorney will be able to take that possession less than a gram. Your attorney will be able to take that to Judge Nahara and be heard today, hopefully, or at the latest tomorrow. All right. You have any questions? All right. Thank you. Thank you. So then the last thing we're just waiting for the paperwork for our trial case. Oh, and I'm sorry, Norma.
Okay. I'm going to jump to Judge
Laura,
Cedric's courtroom
don't let
for just
them
a
take
couple
him
minutes.
yet. Norma, make sure he gets a reset form because he may or may not bond out.
Okay, so here we go.
High lethality TB cases
The
that
judge,
actually just waved up to circuit court. We are very concerned
the judge uses
that
an Apple
going
computer.
back to a place like the Delanis Center would put her at risk for continuing to be a victim in situations like that, as well as being exposed to and encountering the same triggers and peer pressure that we are reluctant to say likely played a large part in Ms. Hughes ending up before the court today. We are concerned that any modification of bond at this point, especially prior to the meeting on the 27th, would
Watch the judge's screen here.
not be beneficial to Ms. Hughes. We ask that there not be any modification until that meeting on the 27th is had, or unless there is some more concrete residency plan beyond the Delanis Center. Defense counsel is correct that an offer has been extended for Ms. Hughes to plead to an added count 3 of domestic violence second offense, with an understanding that she would do so up in circuit court with an agreement to do a 90-day stint in the TRICAP dual diagnosis program in Saginaw, followed by a period of probation. in exchange, counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed, but that is contingent upon a stint in a residential inpatient program, hopefully to help Ms. Hughes find some stability upon completion.
And Judge, just a clarification with respect to the reference that this is for informational purposes only made by the prosecutor in that same paragraph, which is paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4 of the
He threw the
Community
peace
Mental
sign.
Health Jail Services
An
dated
Apple
January
computer
29, 2024.
recognizes that
it
as
also
a
says that
trigger
your
to-
signature below would serve as
I
verification
found
of
a little
approval
joy in that.
of what they're recommending with respect to the release from jail custody.
I think we saw that, and I don't think I signed it.
No, you didn't.
Or I did not.
You did not. But, Your Honor, so we're asking the court to.
Let me ask that, let me just say this. Part of the concern that I have, and it really, I think, goes to what both parties are saying is, let's say I were to release her today. Where would she go?
To the Delana Center.
See, and that's going to be a problem.
Okay.
Because
he didn't even see it happen.
I can't see everything into the future, but given what I know, it
doesn't take much to amuse me.
That's
All
just
right.
going to turn into a bad situation for Miss Hughes.
We're gonna jump back
is.
to Judge Boyd.
I don't
here.
want.
I just want to show you the balloons.
Particularly given the.
Here we go.
Circumstances that she should be incarcerated. My problem, though, is it really does become an issue of her safety as well as the safety of the community in terms of trying to fashion something that she can be released to safely. And I'm not attempting if I were to deny your bond motion, I'm not looking to punish her in any way. That's not the court's intent. It's just these are the difficult cases, quite frankly, from my standpoint. Miss Hughes, if you don't mind, counsel, I just had a couple of questions.
Please, Your Honor.
Miss
Let him
Hughes,
finish up this case.
you don't have a voucher for housing, do you?
I don't think so. I had surrendered my Section 8 a few years ago. And I think
You
I
surrendered it?
Yeah, I was living at Miller Manor and I moved out of the state.
Okay.
So that was years ago. I came back to Michigan. I think I have to sign up again for like a wait list. So I'm thinking,
Okay, so you don't have a voucher. You had a voucher. You don't have a voucher now. All right. Let me ask you this.
Want to
Do you have
trigger
kids?
another one?
Yeah.
Or no? You do? Are they here with you?
No, my daughter has her dad has full custody of her.
Okay, so they're not with you. Okay. All right.
Judge is deep in thought.
Ms. Hughes, let me ask you this. And you may know better than anybody. The Delana Center is not going to be good for you, is it? Just be honest with me. I mean,
So my concerns with that, which I think it's just people seeing me that have to do with the friends with. That's my one concern.
I got you.
But for everything else, anything else is,
I got you. No, I appreciate you being honest about that. And I think that was my worry. So when are you up next?
Our next court date actually it's before Fresh Hour on February the 13th. It's scheduled for a preliminary exam, but we were going to ask the court to change that to a probable cause conference just so that I can have time to discuss this offer with her and see if she wants to waive the exam.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I usually don't go backwards, but I think, and I'll explain it to Judge Fresh. All right. And can we make sure to get a message through to them that I'm going to move this back without objection from the people, if I move this back to a PCC, you have any?
I have no objection.
I'm going to move this back, so I'm just going to go cancel the exam in this matter. I'll set a probable cause conference. Her appointment is on the 27th.
7th, yes, Your Honor, with the University of Michigan Addiction Treatment Services.
So I'm going to set a probable cause conference for the 22nd, February 22nd.
Well, can I just check my calendar?
Sure. Of course. Well, no, you're not, I know you always show up. I was sad to hear that you like Judge Slay better than me and went there first, but no, I know, Mrs. Young, I am not holding that against you. At all. Did you decide you go down there and let Jim Simpson?
Your Honor. Would this be 1:30 on the 22nd?
It would be at 9. It'd be in the morning. It'd be at the north. I'd set it at 9, but then we'd be putting it into a time block.
Okay, I have 2 matters set for that morning, so that would be a conflict for me.
What about the 15th? I mean, I don't want to go that far out, but the 15th.
I will be in Washtenaw County at 1:30 on that date.
But you'll be downtown before Slay.
How'd you know, Judge?
And then, I know you'll be down there before Slay, and then I gotta wait. I know. No, I'm
gonna come here first.
No, I get used to it. My feelings, when my feelings get hurt, I get accustomed to it, and I can see it coming. So
I'm sorry.
Why don't we do this? Are you available in the morning on the 15th at some point, or?
No, Your Honor. I have 2 matters in Wayne County.
Okay, so on the 22nd, you're not available in the morning, or?
Have 1 matter in Livonia, Michigan, Wayne County, and another matter, 2 matters in Wayne County in the morning. But I could be here like at 11.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'll set this probable cause. I'll set it at 11.
Thank you so much.
I'll give a special time on the 22nd. Do that. Now, the other thing, did they, Miss Young, did they give you in that letter, did they give you the number to Hawk in that? Because I'm not sure that they.
No. There's no numbers for any references that they made.
Okay, let me give you a phone number. It's area code 734-961-1999. And so that you know what it is, it's housing access for Washtenaw County. They deal with rental eviction prevention. But there's another sort of part of it that deals with housing. Part of the reason that I was, and sort of immediate housing or that kind of thing. So part of the reason I was asking the questions that I was asking was I know of certain programs that they have that she would immediately fall into that could get her into housing. Great. I'm not aware of all of the avenues that they have for housing. But what I'm going to suggest is call down there, explain the circumstance. If you have to, if it does any good, that you could tell them that I told you to give a call. And that's not a problem. If they want to reach out to me, that's fine.
Okay.
And can we? And if she's not. Do you know if Amy's going to be here tomorrow in the afternoon? No, tomorrow in the afternoon I've got cases, but I don't know if Amy will be here. She may be.
I can email her and ask her to be present if necessary, or.
No. So what we'll do, there's also a liaison that from the county and the court, and I'll talk to her also and see what programs might be available. And if you don't mind, we share your email, Ms. Young.
Oh, not at all. Please, Judge.
To see if we can try to facilitate some of this.
Okay.
All right. I can't say, Ms. Hughes, I can't say that any of it will work. Okay. I don't know what you qualify for. And that's going to be up to a whole lot of other people other than myself. But whatever we can do to see if we can try to find some stable housing for you, we can do that. Because I don't think, the bottom line from my standpoint is I don't think any plan that anybody puts in place or anything for Ms. Hughes is going to at all be successful unless she has a place that's her own and that's a safe place.
I like the judges.
It's just not going to work out for her. And
We were going to
be
switch back
here
over
one
to
way or
Judge
another.
Boyd, but she went on break.
So,
turned off her video.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deny, without prejudice, I'll deny your motion for the bond reduction. We'll take those avenues to try to call there and see if we can try to arrange. Now, they may have to it might be a little bit tricky because typically they're going to want to talk to her in some way. And so if we have to figure out a way with the jail to facilitate that, we can do that, or Mr. Knocktree at the jail can try to make something happen or whatever. Okay. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay. Sound like a plan, Ms. Hughes?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Your Honor. See you on the 22nd at 11 a.m. And if I'm a little late, it won't be because of any.
No, see, this is what I'm talking about. So I give her a time. Time she asks, and says that if I'm a little bit late.
Because I just.
No. I am so hurt.
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bond will continue in this matter.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wood Stu, what can you tell us?
Not that. Although we love Stu and a good car chase. That's an old one. We're not going to go that. Okay. So Judge Boyd is out. Judge Cedric is done as well. Let's see. Okay, we have. I don't know if we're going to get to see anything this afternoon. Guys, we're trying. I was sleeping on the job. It woke me up. I heard Stu's voice. Let's see what the when the chase was. Oh, it don't even show me. It's like 7 years ago. Let's see if this court is live. 13th Judicial in Kansas. We were here just a little bit ago, weren't we?
To report to the county jail on June 16th at 3. It's, the court has given her chances. She has failed to report to the Greenwood County Jail as ordered for her sanction. And we issued a no bond hold warrant for her. And she had continued to fail to report, do the things that were reasonably demanded of her ISO, and basically didn't come back. She was picked up, and she was first appeared on January 23rd, but essentially Ms. Bicknell has refused to follow any of the orders of this court. She has demonstrated she doesn't want to do her drug and alcohol treatment. She has demonstrated that she doesn't want to pay anything on her costs. She's demonstrated she doesn't want to do the simple acts of coming and doing her sanctions in order to have a second chance out to do her treatment. And the reason that she was placed on Senate Bill 123 treatment was for treatment. She has made the choices while on community corrections that has landed her back in custody. Her choices have led her to having the 2 initial revocations, the addendum to the second revocation, and then this now 4th filing. She has basically laughed in the face of the court. And I understand that she's been diagnosed with medical conditions recently and that she may need treatment. We have treatment providers for KDOC, and she can receive treatment while she's in. She's going to argue she wants to be out to get that treatment, but I don't see how the continued use of methamphetamine is good for her on the street and continuing to test positive for methamphetamine and then disappearing and not doing the things that have been asked of her. If she had done the things that have been asked of her over the last year, she would not be in the county jail and she would be out and able to do the things that are necessary for her. So my recommendation is to revoke her and place her in custody to serve the remaining balance of her underlying sentence with credit for the time that she has served against it, and that Ms. Bicknell understand that it's her choices that led her to this situation. You gave her a chance clear back in June to report and do a sanction, and she couldn't do that.
Mr. Favre, what's your response?
Recommendation, Mr. Favre.
Well, Judge, I'm just off the top. I mean, I think Ms. McNell will be the first to say that she definitely has not been very good at probation. Now, I will tell you there's extenuating circumstances. None of those are justifications, but I think that they're worth taking into account. She has had a lot of transportation issues. She did not live in Greenwood County. She was requiring on other people to get her back and forth. She has had substance abuse issues, which she is not, to my knowledge, she did not address because we don't have the evidence of that. So there's a lot of factors going into this. What we're asking for is the court has already given her a sanction of 60 days at the last hearing. She is currently serving that. She is, I believe, I'd have to go back and look at the exact date, but she's somewhere near the 30-day mark in. So we're asking the court to keep her in for that 60 days and then give her an additional sanction on top of that and then allow her to treat her cancer. She has stage 3 colon cancer. And the bottom line is it is what it is. She's already had surgery. She has a follow-up appointment for that at Mercy Hospital in Joplin on March 21st. I've provided that proof to Ms. Gillette's office. I'd be happy to forward it to the court or Ms. Ashenfelter as well. She's receiving care for a very serious cancer, and she would like to maintain the doctors that know her and know her condition and be able to take care of that. It's sad that Ms. Bicknell's choices have put her here. I think she acknowledges that. We're asking the court to allow her to treat her cancer appropriately and not rely on other, the hope that DOC will take that responsibility. She came into this, I'll note, also as a, very little criminal history. She's just been she has not been very responsible on probation, which I think she'll admit. And so we're asking the court to have some mercy and allow her to treat her cancer the way that it will be most successful. And that's kind of where we're at this point, Your Honor. And that recommendation would require her to have an extension of probation. But she does have a vehicle now. She does have transportation. So she has resolved some of those underlying issues that she believes will allow her to maintain on probation at this time.
Thank you, Mr. Favre. And further recommendations from Intensive Supervision Officer with Community Corrections, Christy Ashenfelter.
Yes, Your Honor. I would like to bring to your attention that the defendant, during the time when she did not turn herself in to complete her 60-day court order jail sanction, she was not reporting to this office. She was not in any type of alcohol and drug treatment. Those are main components of her probation. So I do feel for the defendant that she does have medical problems going on, but she does also have probation obligations that she was not fulfilling. That's all that I have, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Ashton. Thank you, Ms. Ashenfelter. Ms. McNeil, the court has taken an opportunity to review back through your file, to also read and review the case notes herein. Subsequently, the court has found you in violation of the terms and conditions of your probation. Subsequently, the court does order that your probation is hereby revoked and you serve the balance of your sentence previously imposed. Any other matters to come before the court?
May I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, my drug treatment, I only had one appointment left to complete it. That's it. And Ruth Weitzel can attest to that. I only have one appointment to complete all my drug treatment. And like he said, I have a car and everything now. If I could please be given this last opportunity, please. I will not miss any appointments. I will report as many times a week as you guys want me to. If I could please have this last opportunity, please. I have a vehicle and everything now. I understand that I didn't show before, but it was a really hard time trying to get back and forth. But one of my clients gave me a vehicle. That way I could make sure and get back and forth to my doctor's appointments. And like I said, I was only one appointment from completing my drug treatment. Please, Your Honor, please just let me have this last opportunity so I can do my treatment and stuff. And if I miss anything or do anything wrong, I will do out my whole sentence. Please, Your Honor.
You said you now have transportation provided by your client?
One of my clients gave me a vehicle so that I could make sure and get back and forth to my doctor's appointments. I have a new 2018 HHR, so it's a good vehicle to get back and forth everywhere.
What work do you do?
I have my own business. I clean houses. I have 22 clients, and they could all give me a good reference also. My daughter-in-law is taking care of it right now.
And you're under treatment at Mercy Hospital in Springfield, Missouri?
In Joplin, Missouri. It's like 10 minutes from my house.
Where are you currently residing?
Galena, Kansas, at my mother's.
Chevy HHR 2018.
It's also 15 minutes, 20 minutes from Columbus, Kansas, where I was reporting before. And the officer there actually comes to Galena twice a week. And I could report to her twice a week because she's right there in town.
And Ms. Ashenfelter, who has Ms. McNeil been reporting to as far as intensive supervision officer with community corrections?
Your Honor, she was supposed to be reporting to me, which she has not been.
I was reporting to Joyce. I didn't know I was supposed to report to you also. I went to her every week in Galena.
When you have violations, your case is then sent back to the originating county.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I was going to her. I didn't know I was.
Your Honor, she has not been reporting to any office. We have not been able to validate any employment, living situations, or treatment.
I can provide proof of all of that. Joyce, at the one in Columbus, I went to her up until June. I was still seeing her after I came to court with you guys.
Ms. McNeil, the court is finding that you are totally in non-compliance. And this is, I believe, the third time you're before the court on probation revocation matters. Subsequently, the court has previously ruled your probation is hereby revoked. And I do once again reaffirm that the court revokes your probation at this time for being in violation of the terms and conditions of your probation. The court orders you to serve the balance of your sentence previously imposed, and the court does grant you credit for all and any time that you have served.
So what does that mean?
That means I'm revoking your probation and ordering you to serve the balance of your sentence with the Kansas Department of Corrections in prison.
What are you serious? So what about my cancer and all that?
This is a very serious proceeding, and the court is aware of the seriousness of this matter. Anything further, Ms. Gillette?
Judge, are you assessing any costs since she's ordered to KDOC?
No, I'm finding she does not have financial wherewithal for reimbursement of the same. Anything further, Mr. Favre?
Judge, no, I don't believe so.
There being nothing further to come before the court is in recess. And good luck to you, Ms. Bicknell.
Can I speak with Mr. Favre?
I'll do a breakout if the court will allow.
Yes.
This is a tough one. The judge, we just barely caught on, but the judge.
That breakout room is ready.
Breakout room. They're both going to go out there. She was not doing what she needed to do to report.
If you hit that join button.
Chris, I don't think I have anything else with you and Judge the rest of today. Is that correct?
She wasn't doing what she needed to, unfortunately, and it sucks that she is dealing with major medical issues.
That is correct. I was muted again.
I was having trouble with that mute button.
Oh, I'm having terrible trouble with that today. You've already sent out a Zoom link.
This is the judge that won't allow us to watch the
one, but I did go ahead and send it out.
Drunk cousins trial.
I'm sending a follow-up for 2 witnesses. I'm CCing Mr. Paw. CSO Bauer and Seeley have had him on bond supervision. And if I have to put on any evidence as to continuing to test positive, I've got those 2 added.
So Seeley and Bauer?
Yes, CSO Seeley, CSO Bauer. They've done his bond supervision.
Okay, I'll add them.
Okay.
And Judge, did you say you do need me or don't need me for the informal instruction conference tomorrow? Are we putting anything on the record?
I don't believe we'll be putting anything on the record. We'll reserve that until after all the evidence is presented.
Okay, then that will just be by Zoom?
Yes, it'll be by Zoom and it's at noon tomorrow.
Okay.
So, Rhonda, it's not necessary for you to be present.
Okay, I will get this stuff backed up then and start prepping for jury trial.
Okay. Thank you, Rhonda.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Judge, the breakout's done, so I'm going to go ahead and take off, if that's okay.
Yes.
Good drive around.
It's good to see you. I hadn't seen you in Greenwood County case for a while.
Yep.
And he's gone. Yep, I'm out of here. See you, Judge. All right, that was quick. Wow. She can still get treatment. Yes, there will be treatment for her, but it's through the prison, and the health services for inmates is not the same. It's not as, I don't think it's as good. It's not as prompt. It's not as reactive. Kelly, I think the problem was, the problem was in that instance, the reason why it was revoked is because the lady who she was supposed to report to can tell that she was not going to the other lady as well. She was saying that was a lie. She hasn't reported to anyone. She says, "Oh, I was reporting to this other lady, not you." And she says, "No, she hasn't reported to anyone here in the system." Family has vacation homes in Leakey. Beautiful place. All right, let's see. We had a little bit of action in Thurston County. We might actually rewind just a bit to let's see. District Court 3 is live right now. I'm going to go back just a tiny bit to see what happened earlier today. This is just around lunchtime that this was happening. Well, let me get this full screen. Okay, come on. There we go. And play. It's awfully quiet, guys. Who's going to talk first? Nobody's talking.
Can you still hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
This is the Jane Estradine.
I spoke to Mr. Kinswa.
Let's start right here.
Your Honor, I spoke to Mr. Kinswa.
Mr. Kinswa, I understand that you feel like you've been here for a while and it's frustrating. Unfortunately, we've had some technical difficulties this morning, and so we're going to ask for you to bear with us and everyone online to bear with us. We're having to transition to doing everything via paper due to all of the computer systems failing. So right now you're just going to have to sit tight, and we appreciate your cooperation.
All of the computer systems failing. Did they get hacked? Did they get? Did somebody open an email they shouldn't have and it encrypted their whole network? And now they're being held hostage for 50 Bitcoin. Ransomware, says Pamela the Camel. It sounds like all their computer systems, it sounds like they got infected with something. Did they try turning it off and back on again? Kim R. is in charge of the internet. Kim, I realize this happened right before your stint. So if you could just take this on as a show of good faith, we'd appreciate that. We're going to skip ahead. Was that a Mountain Dew? Was that a Mountain Dew? Man, now I want a Mountain Dew.
This time, and come back from recess at this time.
There we go.
And I am still, we're still just going to have to do everything via paper. I can see here the computer is not working. So once again, appreciate everyone's patience as we try to move through this. Ms. Langley, you mentioned that you had a case that was ready to go. Which number is that?
Your Honor, I have spoken to Mr. Kinswa, who is, I'm not sure where he is.
I'm here.
Yes. Looking.
Looks like he's number 3 on the 10 o'clock calendar.
That looks right, Your Honor. And the issue today is he's on an SOC. The court has not received proof of his substance abuse use evaluation and his victim impact panel. What he tells me is that he actually had done those even before he entered the SOC. They're not in the court file. So what I'd ask, I think the city's asking for a pre-FTC to be set. And that makes perfect sense. And then he can come back maybe in 30 days or 45 days with, let's say 30 days. He can get those proofs and bring them back in. What do I need to get those proofs?
Okay, Mr. Kinswa. I'm sorry. What was your question, Mr. Kinswa?
So what do I need to get these proofs? Because I've already done the classes, the substance evaluation. I've done all that.
Your attorney just explained all of that. So I'm going to hear from the prosecutor, and then I will turn to you in just a bit. Okay. So I did hear all of that information from Ms. Langley. So Just sit tight. Mr. McClellan, like to hear from you on this.
Yeah, just kind of acknowledge what Ms. Langley pointed out, and that what it's reflected in the docket is just that there's not proof in the court. So, as I think Mr. Kinswell had a private attorney, Mr. Sue, when this entered. So I don't know if, if it's done, then the city's still going to comply with or fulfill our end of the bargain and be agreeable to amending this. But we'd like to have those in the court file just to complete that record prior to doing that.
Okay, so what we're talking about is setting a PFTC for like 30 days out. Is that correct?
I think that would make sense. What Mr. Kinswell and I discussed, the fact that he could contact Mr. Sue.
It looks like Mr. McClellan might be frozen. Mr. McClellan, are you frozen?
Oh yeah, he is.
Mr. McClellan. Mr. McClellan. He's buffering. Android McClellan, please reboot. Android McClellan, please reboot. Yep, he's gone. He lost it. He swallowed a whistle.
And Ms. Langley, so is it going to continue to be your office then on Mr. Kinswell?
No, actually, he's not represented. I think we can just put him back maybe on another Thursday calendar. And I discussed with him, he could talk to Mr. Sue. Mr. Sue probably has somewhere copies of those evaluations. So with any luck, he can get them to us.
Can I go back to the clinic and get copies too? Any way to get this going?
And anything you can do, you did it. You just need the piece of paper for the court. Find them and bring them down to the court clerk, okay?
The one in Lacey or where?
Thurston County District Court, up on the hill above the lake.
Okay, I got the address on my paperwork, so.
Yep.
All right.
Thunder Road Queen. You've been in that court with Judge Hart. We were trying to follow a case down there, and he won't let us bring cameras in.
Okay, just like to see if Mr. McClellan is back. I don't see him, so it looks like he's having some technical issues. Here's what we're going to do in your case, Mr. Kinswell. The court is going to set this as your attorney has suggested. We're going to set this for a PFTC. It's going to be roughly 30 days out and a final hearing as well. Notice will be mailed subsequently by the court, but I'm going to go ahead and give you the dates right now as well. That's going to be on March 14th at 10 o'clock a.m. in courtroom 3. March 14th, 10 o'clock a.m., courtroom 3 for PFTC and final hearing. Make sure that you follow up with your attorney if you have any questions.
Mr. Kinswell?
And that'll be the order for now. Anything further from counsel or Mr. Kinswell on this?
I just got it in. You said March 14th?
March 14th at 10 o'clock a.m., courtroom 3. Ms. Langley.
Your Honor, I have nothing else to add. Thank you.
All right, great. Mr. Kinswell, this make sure you don't miss that date, and this concludes your matter for today.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patience. And what we're going to have to do before we get to other matters is wait for Mr. McClellan to rejoin us.
Or defense? Is he a defense attorney? We'll just chill out here and wait for Mr. McClellan. So I'm going to skip ahead since we were behind. Let's. It's just awkward with the judge staring at Chris, just the two of them, enjoying a little quiet time. Here we go.
Mr. McClellan, glad to have you back with us.
I guess it was my turn to have some IT errors. I don't know. Our connection, our office just went out. So I'm joining on my phone, waiting for that to get rebooted. So sorry about that.
Great. Well, glad that you're back on. Let's see, is there any case that council would like for the court to call next?
Tina Kinder, Your Honor.
Can I have
pull up what number it is? Number 7 on the 10:30 a.m. calendar. Oh, and you're not. Oh, well, let me finish this one.
Mr. Kinder, I have got that. Go ahead, Ms. Kamiri. What were you going to say?
There is a 9:30 matter, but we should be able to handle this one quickly. And then I would request that the 9:30 matter be handled.
Understood. Okay.
This is on for, I can jump in. This is on for a warrant quash. It's an older case. Given some information provided and looking back at the case, this time city is just moving to dismiss this case without prejudice.
You're going to be moving to dismiss number 7 without prejudice?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Okay. Do we have Tina Kinder on the Zoom?
I'm here.
Go ahead and turn on your video, please.
Okay.
Please have a ceiling fan.
Thank you.
No ceiling fan.
I'm here.
Thank you, Ms. Kinder. And what's happened is the prosecution has just moved to dismiss your case. The court is granting that motion. Your case will be dismissed, but we need to work on the paperwork. I don't know if you heard any of the excitement from earlier today. However, all of our systems crashed and we're now doing everything via paper, which is kind of transitioning back to the old style. So once that paperwork is prepared, I'll sign that and your case will be concluded.
I am so glad
Okay,
I'm not under
nothing
ITT.
else I need to do then?
So your case will be dismissed. There will be some, Mr. McClellan, are there going to be any conditions? No, because it's dismissed. So no, nothing else you'll need to do.
Thank
Let me
you.
just go ahead and sign this order and we will get you on your way.
Great.
Your bond will be exonerated. So if you did pay a bond, that should be returned to you. This concludes your matter. At this time, I have signed the order. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Next case, counsel, ready to go.
Attorney Mr. Swenson is ready to go, Your Honor.
Mr. Swenson, is that you, Chris?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Swenson.
Philip Earnhardt is present on Zoom.
What number is that, Mr. Swenson?
Sorry?
What number on the docket is that, Mr. Swenson?
It's the only one on 9:30.
All right, let me turn to that.
Let me just mouse over to that page here on the stack of paper on my desk.
Okay, Philip Earnhardt. Nice to have Jabs working again here. Let me pull that up here. I'm sorry, what was that? Okay, Mr. Earnhardt. Actually, Mr. Swenson, it's my understanding this is going to be a stipulated order of continuance. Is that correct?
That's right, Your Honor. I did go over that agreement with Mr. Earnhardt in its entirety. I believe he's making knowing, intelligent, voluntary decision to do this today.
So I'm going to wait for that paperwork to be presented to me, and then we can go through that. Oh yeah, no, take your time. This is unusual.
Kid, I'm hearing that, yeah, there's a news press conference about that shooting. That's the one out of Tennessee, right? I can't take that feed. That gets
Mr. McClellan, if you could just go ahead and summarize for me what are the terms of the SOC?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'll note first, there's 2 counts here, and the city's only proceeding with the count of malicious mischief for the SOC. So we'll be moving to dismiss the count of simple assault. And then just proceeding with the count of malicious mischief with a 12-month stipulated order of continuance with conditions of not committing any criminal law violation, not consuming any alcohol. And there's already been some treatment done on that regard, so we're not including that in the SOC, but what we are asking is for a domestic violence victim impact panel and an 8-hour anger management course that can be done online. And I'll also note for the court, there's been prior motions to modify or rescind the no contact order. And so that's not really on the docket, and I don't know that the protected party was on, but through conversations with her and as part of this resolution was also an agreement to rescind the no contact order. The victim's in support of that and is understanding that that may happen today. I'll note that I prepared that in Laserfish. So one was ready, but if the court can't access that, I'll have to send a paper copy.
Laserfish?
And I'll do that as soon as I can.
Would appreciate that you send that over in paper. I think that's going to be easier in light of today's circumstances. And after the 12 months, the city would be proposing that the mailman be dismissed.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so let's see here. Oh, do we have
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so Mr. Ehrenhart, as Mr. McClellan just indicated, the proposal today is that the city would be dismissing the assault charge and you would be entering into a stipulated order of continuance regarding the charge of malicious mischief. I want to go over a few things with you regarding this proposed stipulated order of continuance before we go ahead and proceed forward on that. Do you understand that you've been charged with malicious mischief, domestic violence alleged to have occurred on November 18th, 2024. The maximum penalty is 364 days in jail and a fine of up to $5,000. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you had a chance to review this stipulated order of continuance form, Mr. Ehrenhart, or have you seen this?
I have not, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, there are a few terms that are set forth on the agreement. Indicates that you do have, if you were to not enter into this agreement, you want to understand that you have the right to be presumed innocent of all charges unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, that you're entitled to a speedy trial by an impartial fact finder, that you have the right to hear and confront and cross-examine witnesses against you. You have the right to appeal. You have the right to have counsel represent you. Can't afford counsel. Counsel will be appointed for you at public expense. But if we enter into this stipulated order of continuance, what that would mean is that the prosecution would be continued for a period of 12 months. And provided that you comply with the following provisions, commit no criminal law violations, no alcohol or other drugs, attend a DV impact panel and an 8-hour anger management class, and for 12 months have no further violations, then the city would be dismissing the case at the end of the 12 months. However, if you don't comply with all of those conditions for the 12-month period, then what would happen is the court would review the police reports in this matter and determine whether or not there's probable cause that you committed the violation. If the court finds, based upon the reports, that there's probable cause, you would be adjudicated guilty and you would be sentenced at that time. So you would be waiving your rights that I just explained to you earlier about having a trial. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is it your desire to enter into the stipulated order of continuance agreement?
It is.
Okay, has anyone made any threats or promises to you or other inducements other than what I've just indicated to you on the record regarding this stipulated order of continuance?
No, Your Honor.
Did you have a chance to talk about this agreement with your attorney prior to court today?
I did.
Did you have any questions that were not answered?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Earnhardt, that is how the court is going to move forward. However, before I go ahead and sign that order, I'd like to hear first from Mr. Swenson, and then I'll turn later to Mr. McClellan to see if they have anything to add.
This paper process is
Mr.
taking
Swenson,
forever.
go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think this is an appropriate outcome. The alleged victim is on board with this outcome. She's filed a couple of motions to rescind the no contact order. So that is the agreement of the parties today to have that rescinded with entry of the SOC. Mr. Earnhardt has been very proactive. He has no criminal history, Your Honor. He's in the Army. He's completed a drug and alcohol evaluation through the Army, which only recommended early intervention, a Prime for Life class, which he already completed. So that's not a condition of the SOC, but he did already complete all of that. And has been very proactive in getting this resolved in addressing the underlying issue. So I think it's appropriate. The only thing I would like to address, Your Honor, is prohibition on firearms. I believe that was a pretrial release. I know it was associated. I know there was a weapon surrender order, and Mr. Earnhardt had some firearms that were surrendered to police that he would like to get back.
Now that there's not a...
I know with
no contact
rescission
order.
Of the no contact order, that weapon surrender order would also be rescinded. But I guess I just want to clarify, defense would request, and the city may have a different view on this, but defense would request that pretrial release condition also be changed to allow him to possess firearms, as he is in the Army, Your Honor. And without that no contact order in place, I don't believe that prohibition is necessary.
Mr. McClellan?
Yeah, the city had no objection to modifying the condition to for any exception to possess firearms as part of his employment. I think the intent would be otherwise to keep that condition in place, but I defer to the court on that.
Okay, so the conditions that I'm going to order are consume no alcohol or other non-prescribed drugs, commit no criminal law violations, attend a DV impact panel, and comply with anger management referral as well. And that'll be for 12 months. And these forms are a little bit different here.
Chris is not happy about waiting this long. We have to wrap up here soon because I have to go to the post office before it closes, and they do close. That's the Brady Bunch impression. That's all I can do. Yes, Stevie. It sounds like
Mr.
domestic
Earnhardt, I
violence.
have signed that order. I'm actually signing the SOC agreement right as well. No, because it's my understanding that Mr. McClellan is going to be submitting that request subsequently, and we'll just take that up once we receive that.
Yeah, just know if the court is agreeable to rescind the order, that I sent an email copy to the clerk. So as soon as that is received, that could probably be processed.
Email's not going to work. The computers are dead.
So we're going to keep that in place for now. Is that correct, Mr. McClellan?
No, I think today we're anticipating if the court would authorize the rescission. That I did send a copy of the rescission order for filing.
Okay, but I don't know that we have that yet.
Did he email it?
He says he emailed it.
If they take much longer, Chris is also going to need some anger management
sign
classes.
that, so that'll be rescinded as well. So here's the JNS, here's the SOC, and I'll go ahead and sign that upon presentation.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Earnhardt, the court is also rescinding the no contact order that was previously entered. Do you have any questions regarding any of the terms and conditions that I've just explained to you?
I do not, Your Honor.
Anything further from either counsel on this matter?
No. Just getting a copy.
Great. Say again, Mr. Swenson.
I would just like to get a copy of that order to my client, Your Honor. Will it eventually be available online?
Digitized.
I think that a copy will be mailed.
We're going to send it Pony Express because all our systems are down. We can't even print postage here at the courthouse.
And do they get it via, how do they get it? Email or regular mail?
They can find it
on the website. Okay, it'll be available online on the website.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Earnhardt, this concludes your matter. You may disconnect at this time. Thanks for your appearance today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. And Mr. Swenson, do you have any other cases on the docket this morning?
I don't, Your Honor. That was it today. Thank you.
Great, thanks for your
What
appearance.
am I, chopped liver?
Okay. Any other counsel ready to go on any other matters?
I have one matter, Your Honor. It's an infraction, if that's all right. It's on the 11 o'clock calendar.
Okay. Before we get to that, Attorney Two, I'd like to just inquire if there's counsel that has any matters from from any of our earlier calendars. There's a few cases that I see that we have not adjudicated yet. Any other counsel on any earlier calendars prior to 11 o'clock with pending matters?
Your Honor, Mary Ann McNish is currently unrepresented, and I've spoken with her. She does not wish to have an attorney at this time, but she is on the 10:30 a.m. calendar.
Okay, thank you, Attorney Kamiri. Do you know, can you tell me, Attorney Kamiri, what number is that?
That is number 8.
And I'm sorry, the time again?
10:30, Your Honor.
Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, Ms. McNish, could you please go ahead and unmute yourself and turn on your video?
No, that was off.
Marianne McNish, please go ahead and unmute yourself and turn on your video.
Marion, do you know what a bench warrant is?
Ms. McNish, if you can hear the court, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, the judge said everything,
Okay.
but who is Chris?
Any other counsel on any other matters prior to the 11 o'clock docket have cases ready to go?
Oh, Chris has pizza. Chris bought pizza.
Okay, well then we'll go Attorney Two. Why don't you come back and we'll go ahead and take your matter.
It looks like
Great, thank you, Your Honor. The last name of my client is Huynh, Huynh.
Okay, that's number 1 on the 11 o'clock. Tam Huynh.
He is famished. He's been
Yes,
sitting
and
in court
that's
all morning.
380660131.
Got it. And do we have Tam Quinn on the Zoom?
Greasy
No,
fingers on
she
the
is
phone.
waiving her presence today.
Okay, I'd like to hear from you, Mr. Tu.
Hot.
Thank you, Your Honor. This motion is going to be made under RCW 5.50.010 subsection 3E. E as in echo. There's no full name in the signature of the officer's affidavit, nor anywhere else in the affidavit, and that's a requirement for a signed unsworn statement. So given that it's not properly signed, I'd like to suppress the narrative in its entirety and make a motion to dismiss.
Ooh.
Mr. McClellan, are you appearing on this infraction matter?
That's some good lawyering there. Found a loophole.
I'm
Delete the officer's
usually here if
report.
there's any questions or if there's any assistance the city can provide. So can I get that statutory reference again?
Sure.
What's
That's
the log?
RCW 5.50.010 subsection 3E.
I'm really curious if Chris is going to eat the what we refer to as the handle of the pizza, the crust.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's good. The judge is watching Chris eat and just like, that looks delicious. That is delicious. Chris is thinking this is the best pizza he's ever eaten
not
in
the
court.
officer's full name.
Correct. It's not in the signature and it's not logically associated with the affidavit either.
Let's defer to the court. I don't see he's not responding to that.
Okay, defer to the court means this case gets thrown out.
Oh, here it is. Attachments. Okay.
Dismiss, suppress the evidence, dismiss the case. This is good lawyering. Oh, Chris, missed a spot. That's good. That is good. Now, extra points if you just chuck the napkin from here at the garbage. Come on. I want to just do a little.
Okay, Mr. Tu, yes. When you were presenting your argument a moment ago, I did not have the documents in front of me, so it was kind of hard for me to track what it is that you were alleging is missing or deficient. I do have both the affidavit and the infraction and the citation in front of me at this time. First of all, which document do you want me to, are you referencing in your argument, the citation or the affidavit?
Both, Your Honor. So the citation, the notice of infraction with the grids that are normally filled out, that says S. Bell on both page 1 and page 2. So neither is signed with the officer's full name. And then the affidavit as well, the school zone LIDAR affidavit, that is also signed S. Bell as well. So none of these documents have the officer's full name.
It's
okay.
It's petty, but it's
and
the law.
Is that the only basis you have for your motion to dismiss this matter?
Yes, because they're not properly signed. So they're not signed under penalty of perjury. So I don't think the court can consider them.
Do you have any other, that motion is denied. Do you have any other arguments regarding this case?
What?
I do not, Your Honor. I'm not seeing much else that's meritorious. Would Your Honor consider a deferral if that's the case?
Let me go ahead and look at your client's record to see if he's eligible.
Okay, so this is frustrating. The law specifically says they have to have first and last name on the signature, or else it's not proper.
He does appear to
he doesn't put first and last name on
for a deferral. The court will go ahead and grant a deferral for a term of 6 months, and so it'll be a 6-month deferral. And what's the fee on that? That's that it will be pursuant to a payment of a deferral fee of $150. So yeah, that can grant that request, and that will dispose of this matter. Thank you for your appearance today, Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is it possible to also administratively address a 2:00 case, just really quick. We just got hired on a case, and I just wanted to make sure okay, that's fine, Your Honor. I'll come back.
Unfortunately not. It's actually going to be a different judicial officer on the bench this afternoon. So
the link for this, because I do have to go
for that.
Okay, just 1 second here.
May I ask your name, Your Honor?
Yes, my name is Kevin McDowell.
For the appeal.
McDowell. Great. That is all I have today. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, here's what we're following is right here. I'm going to put it in chat. I can't link us to it because they won't let us. They have to enable that. But in chat right here, this is the link that we're going to go to.
I have not spoken with anyone else, Your Honor. I don't know if Miss Langley's client, Chris Nolan, is here.
So they don't have anybody else. All right. There's more hours of this. Thurston is continuing. We're like an hour and a half behind. So I apologize. I have to end everything so that I can go to the post office, because if I don't get it now, I won't get it in time for tomorrow. And I was supposed to open this tomorrow. Not sure if I can open it on the stream, but we'll see. But imagine your case dismissed while you scarf pizza. Chris is winning. Tonight at 8 p.m. we do have a podcast. It's going to be me and Thomas. It is going to be awesome as well. It's going to be good. Now I want some pizza. I want some pizza as well. So yeah, you can click that link and say open a new tab. That way you can stick with us until the end. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Let me know how that ends with Mr. Chris there. All right, my daughter's saying now, you need to go post office now. You guys, tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again, which will be tonight at 8 p.m. for the podcast. Thank you. Have a good one. Be nice to each other. We'll see you guys tomorrow or tonight. Bye. I added the link one more time in chat. That's where you can go back to catch up to that video. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
I was kicked back, taking it easy.
By gosh, make them work for it. Yeah, you can.